When you have weather like this in London, you just want to wrap it up in your pocket and keep it for another day when there's a good game of cricket in prospect. And tomorrow, in England, in London, here at the Oval, we're going to have India taking on Pakistan for the final of the ICC Champions Trophy 2017. Who would have thought after the first game that Pakistan would make it through to the final? But here they are, having vindicated themselves with three important victories, and they're going to face arch rivals India, who were favourites from the beginning of the tournament. So friends, welcome to the ringside view. My name is Nishad Pai Vaidya, and this live video is going to preview tomorrow's final between India and Pakistan. Back home in India, there are a lot of questions about the weather, and let me tell you that it's warm, sunny. I've got my shades on as usual when it's sunny, and we are expecting similar weather for tomorrow because the forecast so far is good. It's going to be 30 degrees, so it's going to be more like Mumbai or Karachi, not London. So the teams will feel comfortable. A bit of forecast for rain, some predict, but it's just a little bit, not a lot, as we had earlier in the tournament. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Indian scheme of things, how they have developed through the tournament, what they have done, how Pakistan have bounced back in this tournament to actually get into the final, and then obviously the chances of both teams for this all-important game and what that surface is going to be like. Now, in the distance, the Indian cricket team has just started their practice. I'm not sure if you can see it from here, but let me just tell you that whatever you see is a mirror image. So it's because this camera is in selfie mode. So I think I should make that clear because a few times in the past it wasn't, it just created a bit of a comic situation, should I say. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning here in London, and the Indian team is first in the nets today. They are going to have a bit of a hit, and after that Pakistan is going to come and practice at 2 o'clock. The Indian captain is going to address a press conference at 1 o'clock local time, which should be around 5:30 Indian time. So right now, as we look forward to the game, let us just talk about what India have done right through the tournament. There was of course the defeat to Sri Lanka, and in that defeat it was more about Sri Lanka batting well rather than India doing anything wrong. Maybe the bowlers could have done something better, but you've got to hand it to the opposition that day because Sri Lanka was simply magnificent. Now here's how you can join the discussion. You can comment in the section below, and I can take those questions and I can answer them from here in London. Now, talking about the Indian performance, it's been complete so far. The bowlers have contributed, the batsmen have also gone on to score runs. In fact, the fact that their top three are in the top 5 run scorers of the tournament just speaks volumes of the way they have dominated as a team in this tournament, as a batting side rather. Now coming to the bowling, India's bowlers have worked as a team rather than as individuals. You've got Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Jasprit Bumrah forming a good partnership. Then of course you've got Ashwin coming back, who did well against South Africa, and then of course there is Ravindra Jadeja. Talking about Kedar Jadhav is obviously an added bonus for this team with his bowling, and he certainly delivered in the last game, and that was quite an important performance from him with the ball. Now I have a question here coming in, and the question is, do you think India start off as favourites? Well, as we've seen in this tournament, that the tag of favourites actually doesn't count for anything, because you've had Pakistan actually beating all those teams against whom they were considered favourites. Even they overcame England, the home side, who were actually tournament favourites more than anything. So yes, India will have the edge more because of their temperament rather than anything else. They're temperamentally a very strong side, and that is what is going to make a difference probably. Now Kaushik Mondal is asking, is Virat Kohli fine? I was listening that he was sick. That's not anything that we've heard, and even if there may be a bit of scare, no, apologies, knowing Virat Kohli, he should be up and ready for the final, because this is his first big tournament as captain, and a sickness or a small illness will not make a difference to him. Being the champion that he is, I think he will be up for the challenge. Now, do you think India will drop Hardik Pandya? I don't think so, because the combination has worked well in the last 4 games. They have, in the last few games, and they have obviously held on to Hardik, who has contributed with the ball. And though he may have had a few tough moments, but overall he's been good. With the bat as well, he's crucial at number 7, adding those important runs whenever India need. Now, how does the weather hold for tomorrow? As I see, it's very good here, and that's what we are hoping. There is a forecast for slight rain, but it may or may not happen because it's largely going to be a good day. 30 degrees is what the forecast is, so that tells you it could be more like a subcontinental condition rather than here in England. Now, moving on to the English side. The Pakistan side. The Pakistan team have actually surprised everyone. They have lifted their game after that defeat to India, and they have shown that they've got the goods to do well. What has worked for them is their bowling. Junaid Khan coming in has obviously helped. Hassan Ali is a very good young find for them, and he's going to be really crucial. In fact, in the game against India as well, he was doing well until Virat Kohli smashed him over the covers. That's when he lost his radar, and it's only then that they actually started dominating the Pakistan bowling in the death overs. So yes, Pakistan bowling is their strength. The batting hasn't had big scores to chase apart from the first game. So their batting has looked solid actually in those games, especially in the game against England in the semi-final, where you had Fakhar Zaman and obviously Azhar Ali opening the batting and setting up a good partnership up front to ensure that they go on to win the game. So they'll need something like that. Now Zaman has brought in this new fresh energy into the Pakistan lineup because he attacks the bowling from the word go and is setting the tone. So someone like an Azhar Ali can hold on and make his innings and allow the batting to continue to work around him. Do you think Amir would take the wickets tomorrow? Mohammad Amir is obviously crucial. He hasn't been spectacular, hasn't been very spectacular, but he's stable. And you need someone like that because you've got Hassan Ali doing very well, and you've got Mohammad Amir supporting him. So there's Junaid Khan as well. So there is enough quality in that Pakistan bowling now. At the start of the tournament, when before the tournament, it didn't look like that, but they've performed well, and they've shown that they've got the quality in the side to actually challenge the opposition. And what's going to actually challenge Pakistan is a big total. That is, if India bat first and put up a big score on the board, then that could be a challenge for Pakistan. But if they're chasing, now the thing is, how's it going to go chasing? Because this oval track out there is excellent as far as batting is concerned, and it has been like that for some time. Now, are India likely to stick with Ashwin for tomorrow or look to Umesh Yadav for his extra pace? Now, that is a question coming in from Akhil, but if you look at the surface, this is where they played last Sunday and they had brought in Ravichandran Ashwin. So I think they're going to continue with Ravichandran Ashwin on this surface because it's worked well in the last game that they played here at the Oval. Do you think India will drop Ashwin considering the way he was thrashed against Bangladesh in the first 7 overs? I think that is unlikely because in the end, his analysis looked all right for the modern game. 50 odd runs in 10 overs. He may not have picked up the wicket, but that's all right. Some bowler can have an off day, and I think India should persist with Ashwin because he did well against South Africa. What about the pitch? Now, I think it should be a pitch like we expect at the Oval right there, and it should be something that will produce a lot of runs. So whoever wins the toss may be actually tempted to bat first, but we know that what happens is that we could actually see the team preferring to chase, considering India and their record in this tournament. They may even consider chasing, and in fact they did well in the last game against Bangladesh, chased very well even against South Africa, though it was a small score. Now this wicket, so far as we see, just final preparations being made at the Oval. The stands are being cleaned, and in the distance, India are just starting their next session. So everything is in order here. So we think that it's going to be a good run fest over here. That's what is likely to be the forecast for tomorrow as far as the pitch is concerned. Will Pakistan bring in Fahim Ashraf for Imad or Shadab, considering India's spin play well and both failed in the first match against India? It all depends on comfort, because now that Pakistan has actually won the semi-final and the crucial game against Sri Lanka, before that they beat South Africa, they wouldn't want to tinker too many things, because in the final you want to maintain that winning combination unless an injury or some other very pushing circumstance actually tells you or dictates you that you need to make a change. So it is rather unlikely that they would want to make that change here in the Pakistan team. So you can keep the questions flowing and I can answer them here from the Oval. Just to show you around, that is the gas tube, the famous gas tube. This is the Vauxhall stand, that's where I am standing. And here you'll find a lot of Indian supporters tomorrow. In fact, the Oval station is out there, and that is where a lot of Indian fans come in from. And that is in the background now. You can see as the sun is steaming down, that's the old pavilion. And there's a question coming in from Sachin Sharma about what about Kedar Jadhav. Kedar Jadhav, I think, has been excellent as far as his batting is concerned. He's given India the push at the death. It's only once that he's batted in the tournament. So yes, he did well when he got that that opportunity. And of course, he's bowled well in the last game. So yes, he's my automatic pick for the final. Now, Kohli said he didn't take Ashwin in the first match, seeing the opposition. So he would think of repeating it against the same team as they're playing Pakistan. Now, it's a very different circumstance now because Ashwin has already played 2 games in the tournament. We are at the Oval and we're not at Edgbaston, where probably looking at the cloud cover, Virat Kohli may have felt let's go in with the extra seamer. So here it's going to be hot and sunny like it is today. It's going to be the same tomorrow, and that is what the forecast is. The forecast, as I said earlier, is 30 degrees, and if it's going to be like that, then you can expect a drier pitch, and when it's dry, it's obviously going to help the spinners. Now, again, a lot of questions coming in about Hardik Pandya, and I must say that he is invaluable to this team. Even Virat Kohli has said that you've got someone who bowls fast, you've got someone who bats and packs a punch at the death. So yes, he is someone who's invaluable to the Indian side. Now, Abhilash Kumar is asking me, what would be a good total if India bowls first, or would it be a good... I think it's just a steady stream, so I'm sorry. What I'm getting from your question is you're asking me what a good total is. So I think a good total would, India would consider something above 300 if they're batting first. And same goes with Pakistan, and they'll need their power hitters to come into the game, and they'll need them to deliver. Then only can they get over 300. Pakistan have a lot of stable batsmen in their ranks, so if they have to get over 300 batting first, then a Fakhar Zaman has to actually play a crucial hand up front, and then Azhar Ali and the others have to just work the strike around and ensure hitters like him get strike. And don't forget Sarfaraz Ahmed's role, because he's also quite crucial to this team. He's been a good captain, he's done well, and as a batsman also he's contributed, and it's not just now, he's been doing well for some time. Now, a lot of questions coming in about who will win. We can just pick a favorite. Now, if I can tell you, unpredictability is Pakistan's strength, but on the other hand, India's strength is its temperament. I've rarely seen an Indian team so confident, and I wouldn't say confident, but I would say assured. It's because they don't panic, number one. In any pressure situation, they are ready, and this has been a culture that has built through the MS Dhoni's years of captaincy, and that has been carried on by someone like Virat Kohli, who came in as a youngster during MS Dhoni's reign as captain, and that is what is carrying this team forward ultimately, and that is what is crucial to the success of this side, because if someone has to do well in this tournament, then they have to be good temperamentally. In fact, that is true for any big tournament in any sport. Now they're asking me who's going to be man of the match. It's anybody, any one of those 22 players, because on the big day, the man who performs, who holds his nerve, he's the one who's going to make a difference. So friends, you can keep logging in to the Ringside View for a lot more coverage of the ICC Champions Trophy. You can obviously log into our Facebook page, like our Facebook page, and you can subscribe to videos like these. I'm here in England. I've presented a live video today. Here's your preview. And tomorrow I'm going to be outside the Oval, and I'm just going to give you a pulse of things, because there's going to be Indian fans, Pakistan fans, and they're going to have quite a banter before they get in for the final. And there are questions coming in about Sarfaraz's captaincy. Yes, Sarfaraz has been brilliant. He's exuded a lot of confidence, and that is what is actually going to help Pakistan, because you need someone with a calm head to be captain of Pakistan, which is why Misbah was so successful, and now Sarfaraz is showing similar traits. He isn't someone who is temperamental, he's in fact very calm, and that is what is going to make the difference for Pakistan in the future, I would say, because now Sarfaraz is still a young captain, he's done well, and that is what is going to make a lot of difference for Pakistan in future. I pick Sarfaraz as one of their key performers, not just now, but building up to the 2019 Cricket World Cup here in England. So thank you so much everyone for joining me here on the Ringside View, and we will be back again tomorrow outside the Oval, just catching up with a few Indian and Pakistan fans. I'll also have another cricket expert with me who's going to talk about the game, and we hope you have a good day today in India, and tomorrow we all wake up with a lot of expectations from cricket, not just the teams, but from cricket, that this is a quality cricket match. Thank you so much for joining me, and until tomorrow, it's goodbye.